Wa alaikum assalam, my brother. How you?
Big fan of you.
MashaAllah, my brother. What's your
I
name?
just saw you, Muhammad.
Muhammad. Okay, Abdul Wahab. Nice to meet you, my
nice
brother.
to meet you.
Yes, sir.
Nice
Yes,
to
sir.
meet you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
It's a pleasure. What brought you over, my dear brother?
No, I just came in to see my sister, and then we were just walking, and then it's an all-time video.
I'm in the process of converting, so
Okay, beautiful, my dear sister. Beautiful. I'm so happy to meet you guys. Is it okay if I offer you a few gifts, if that's okay with you? Beautiful, my dear sister. This is a gift from me to you. Absolutely, absolutely. Do you have any questions on your journey, to learning about Islam? There's no such thing as a bad question.
Yeah.
Please, I insist.
What's the usual time span that one might take for like a thoughtful conversion?
To be honest, it all depends on the person and where they're at on their journey. I've met people as soon as they heard the message, immediately they convert. Then there's people who take time, right? Then there's people who take longer, right? So everybody is different because everyone goes through they have different experience. For instance, every single person, they come from a different household, they have different set of parents, they have different ethnicity as well, and they have different things that are stopping them. Also, it depends too who is teaching you as well. Maybe you don't have the right person in your corner to teach you and to explain things to you clearly. That's possibly a hindrance as well. So it just depends. Everyone's on their own journey, my dear sister.
Would you recommend an audio Quran book? Would that be appropriate?
It all depends on you, my dear sister. It all depends on
We're
you.
really struggling with what I give it to her so she can understand it easy. Or
Yes, another thing I will offer to you is a brief illustrated guide to understanding
More
Islam.
basic, yeah.
Yes, very, very basic. And the Quran translation of, how you doing? What's your name?
Oh, so, hey, I seen you on TikTok, so I just want to come and shake your hand. You feel me? I like the content, all that. You're doing your thing.
Hey, man, Allah bless you. Can I give you a hug, my brother? Hey, come around this way. Come around this way. Give me a hug, my brother. Hey, man, much love, my brother. What's your name?
Josue. Nice to meet
Okay,
you.
beautiful. Nice to meet you, my brother. Is it okay if I offer you some gifts, if that's okay with you?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, I appreciate you having an open heart, my brother. Here you go, as a gift from me to you, my brother. Would you like a prayer mat as well from the Holy City, my brother?
Just a book so I could, you feel me, learn it.
No problem, my brother. And then you already know.
Here, so
Okay, beautiful.
If I see you again, I'm going to come around and I'm going to let you know what
Beautiful.
I learned.
Or you can just hit me up on Instagram. Shoot me a DM. I am the Warner.
Sounds
Cool,
good.
my brother.
Nice to meet you,
It was a pleasure meeting you, man. Have a good one, brother. Yes, sir.
We'll be back because we're going on rides and we don't want it to get like dirty.
No problem. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
thank you, brother.
No problem. Okay, sorry about that.
No.
Yeah.
We're walking out too. Thank you so much.
Okay,
for
sure.
taking the time.
Did you have any other questions?
I think I'm good for now, but thank you for your time.
Okay, sounds good. Would you like a prayer mat as well?
No, we have.
You guys have one? Okay.
Someone who might not have access.
No problem.
Yeah.
So another thing I could offer you is a prayer guide that'll teach you how to worship the Most High. Okay.
This is very, very good.
Okay.
This is very good.
Beautiful,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Absolutely,
sir.
guys.
Take care.
Please keep me in your prayers, okay, my brother? It was a pleasure meeting you, okay?
Thank you.
Yes, sir, brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello, we're back.
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
So you're walking, so we're thinking, so we got a bunch of questions that we wanted to ask. So I know that the month of Ramadan is coming up, the month of Ramadan, almost a couple of weeks, 10 days almost. And I was wondering, what's the reason behind why we fast? Because I've been told from some sources that it's because to be compassionate with the poor people and so on and so forth, but I just wanted to hear your opinion.
Well, there's many reasons, right? Mainly is because Allah has instructed us to do it, right?
Yeah.
And there's many benefits of fasting. For instance, obviously, most people, when they work out today, most people, if you ask them, they're doing intermittent fasting. Where did it come from? It came from the teachings of Islam. Because we're the Prophet ﷺ and the prophets of Allah, they're the ones the first ones who taught that, right? For instance, it's just, it's like spiritual discipline. For instance, if I have food and water in front of me, but I'm only abstaining from it because of the sake of my Creator, it teaches me discipline on a whole nother level. The same way, when you work out, you need a certain amount of discipline to stay consistent in your workouts, right? Same thing when it comes to spiritually, you need something to keep you disciplined. And Ramadan is a perfect way to teach you discipline, but spiritual discipline, right? And it's also like a spiritual workout as well. Also, Ramadan is also the month where the Quran was revealed to mankind as well, right? So it's a very, very special month. There's many different reasons for why Ramadan is so special, but these are just a few of the reasons I can share with you right now. Absolutely.
Why is it just you fast during Ramadan? Why is it not all the time?
Oh, you could fast anytime you like. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he said that to fast on Mondays and Thursdays. That these are days that you should. But most people, they want to do the absolute bare minimum, so they only fast during Ramadan. You understand?
Yeah.
So if you want to do the bare minimum, then that's what's required. If you want to do outside of that, you can do more, whatever you like. You know what I mean?
You can fast anytime you want.
Fast anytime you like. The only times I think you're not allowed to fast is during Eid, which is during the festivals, because that's the day you're supposed to celebrate, you're supposed to eat and enjoy yourselves. You know what I mean? So from my understanding, those are the only days you're not supposed to be fasting. Cool. But any other day, you could fast as much as you want. But the thing is, when Allah tells us that this is like something that you have to do, He's not going to put something like, imagine if He told everyone you have to fast every day. Imagine how difficult it would be for everyone, right? So Allah just puts the bare minimum on us, and if someone wants to, they could do more. If someone doesn't want to, they don't have to. You understand? It's up to that person and where their relationship is with their Creator. Cool?
Yes, thank you.
I have
Absolutely.
a question,
Yeah.
follow-up question.
Sure.
Why is it only like 1 month? Like why is it that it's 1 month and not like 2 weeks or like 3 weeks? Or,
Typically, from my understanding, it's just one moon cycle.
oh.
Yes,
Okay.
because we tell time through the sun and through the moon. Yeah, right. So, like, obviously, based on the phases of the moon, you know, like for instance, okay, we can't see the moon right now, but typically, people like if they are educated enough, they can look at the moon and immediately tell what time of the month it is,
Yeah.
right? Based on the moon cycle, right?
Yeah.
So it's not by a month. We just go by the moon. Like obviously, when it's the birth of the moon is when we start, and then when it comes back to the same, and then that's when we end. Cool.
That answered my question.
All right, awesome, my dear sister. Anything else? Yes, brother.
About prayer. So I heard somewhere originally it was 50 times you have to pray per day, and then the Prophet Muhammad made it 5.
It's not him that made it 5. So when he went to meet with Allah, right? Allah instructed him and gave him, okay, this is for your people to pray 50 times. As he was going down in the heavens, he came across Musa, which is Moses, right? Moses said, I know your followers are not going to be able to do this. Ask Allah for a reduction. So then when he asked Allah for a reduction, then it was reduced all the way to 5. You understand? But originally that was the statement, but then it got reduced down to 5 as a mercy to us. Yeah, as a mercy to us. Yeah. Cool.
I have a question.
Yes, brother.
So now, like with what's going on, like when it comes to the LGBTQ community, like how can you explain to people in different religions or non-Muslim, like where does Islam stand when it comes to the LGBTQ society in a way not to offend them? Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could just share with you what your beliefs are. We believe that marriage is ordained between man and woman, and one of the reasons is because they're able to procreate. Obviously, if all women were together and all men were together, we would not have any more children. That's a great way to extinct all of society.
100%. There's people, they say, oh, there's a lot of humans right now, so it's better to adopt. And I'm like,
this is a satanic belief.
Yeah.
And you have to understand also homosexuality is part of witchcraft as well. I don't know if you guys know anything about witchcraft, but this is how you invoke demons, especially when men do anal penetration to another man. This invokes demons. It brings demons into that area. So a lot of people, they're not unaware because, like, you know, back in the day, you know, obviously it wasn't as common as it is today, right? It's just right now we're going through. Yes, the people of Lut. Yeah. The people of Lut. You know what I mean? And to be honest, we're just living in a time where obviously as Muslims we believe Jesus is going to come back, right? But he's only going to come back when the world has a certain level of corruption. And the stuff that's happening today has never happened before. Right?
especially in LA.
Especially in LA, man. Especially in LA. It's never happened before. Just think about it. 50 years ago in America, right? Like people were dressed completely different. You know, women were wearing these big poofy gowns and stuff like that. And now you see the complete opposite. No one's wearing anything, right?
We come from Lebanon.
Yeah.
So when we first moved here, it's crazy.
It is crazy.
Especially going to Hollywood.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, LA is almost the epicenter of evil. You know, I used to actually bodyguard for a lot of the rich and famous individuals, a lot of different celebrities and stuff like that. And I've seen a lot of things, you know, behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And they don't worship Allah. They worship, you know, shaitan. You know what I mean? And in order to worship shaitan, that's why they do these weird, funky things. Because that's what the shaitan requires of them. You know what I mean? So once you're able to see through all the BS, then you understand what's going on. And it's just attack on you, the families, and the children. You know what I mean? So the main thing is they want to attack the children, right? But obviously they need to keep the parents busy. They need to keep the father busy at work. They got to keep the mother busy at work. So who's educating the children, right? It's going to be them. Cool? Cool. You guys have any other questions?
Is it a sign of the day of judgment? Everyone like becoming away from religion and
it's a sign of the end times. Yeah, it's a sign of it because right now we're a little bit far away from the day of judgment. We're here in the beginning of the end times, right? And one of the first signs of the beginning of the end times is going to be the false Messiah. which the Christians call the Antichrist, right? So what we believe is called the false Messiah, which is the one-eyed one. Yes, the one-eyed one. Yeah. So obviously, when you see the celebrities, they always do the thing because that's who they're waiting for. Yes, the one eye. Yes, absolutely. So this is all because that's what they worship, and this is their time to rule the world. You understand what I'm saying?
You saw Rihanna,
The Super Bowl thing?
Super Bowl.
Yeah, bro. It's all satanic, bro. It's all satanic, bro. You know who they worship, bro. You know who they worship, and they're what I mean, they're a slave to the shaitan.
Also, their songs, they promote a lot of this shit.
Absolutely, my brother. That's why.
In main events like the Grammys, they put a song like about devils.
100%. And it's like if people have they have eyes that they could see, then they could recognize what's going on. But most people, unfortunately, they're just so blinded and so distracted with so much, entertainment and so much thing. They're so distracted that they don't see what's really going on. That there's a big game that's being played in front of everyone. But obviously, we live in such a distracted society now. People are looking down. They don't even get a chance to look up at the sky anymore. Everyone's fixated looking down. You know what I mean? And they're kind of distracted by, the different gadgets that we have. But this is all by design. It's all by design. Cool. Sounds good, guys. Well, it was a great pleasure meeting you guys. It's a great pleasure talking to you guys. I hope you guys have a good one, my dear sisters. God bless you guys. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, guys? Take care. Take care.
تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وقلنا ما نزل الله من شيء إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير وقالوا لو كنا نسمع أو نعقل ما كنا في أصحاب السعير فاعترفوا بذنبهم فسحقا لأصحاب السعير